targets with particular features. This is known as search image formation. See, nature gave our wolves that ability, and along with other animals, to be able to tell the difference between prey and danger. In other words, the difference between the antlers versus tree branches at well over 100 yards away. The difference between the small movement of a rabbit's ears versus the swaying grass in a meadow. And is also there to save them, to keep them safe, to be able to recognize danger. The difference between a big mound of dirt versus a bear that is lying in the meadow sleeping. It's also there to recognize a flash of dark fur like a wolf, an alien wolf, an intruder wolf on my territory, versus the flash of the wings of a raven. It's quite amazing. And what does this mean for you and your reactive dog? It's pretty simple. Dogs have the ability to do this as well. Again, it's called search image formation, meaning once they decide if something is prey, once they decide if something is a target, they form a very lasting and very concrete image in their heads. And therefore, dogs can now use that to detect a large dog with pointed ears at a distance versus a small dog with floppy ears. And if they've ever had an encounter with a large dog with pointed ears, then it doesn't matter if it's that particular dog at a distance, that silhouette alone is enough to alert me and let me know that possible danger is headed my way. How many times have you said, if you own a reactive dog, my dog seems to only react to men. Seems to get along fine with the women, it's just guys. There you go, same thing. A taller image, the silhouette of a man versus that of a woman. And then it can get very specific from there. Case in point, I just talked to a friend of mine who says he has a peculiar situation. Whenever he goes over to his sister's house, his dog runs and hides. Doesn't do it to any other man. He's never had any real interaction with this dog. It's just that when the dog sees him, he runs and hides. Now, this dog was a rescue dog, so it came with a past that the owners, now owners, have really no clue what it was. But we all have a clue. Obviously, something happened with a man that looks just like my friend Bryan. It can get very particular. It can get all the way down to that German Shepherd. Not all German Shepherds, just that one that happens to have that Jack Palance dark V right here between his eyes. And it can be that man, just like the case with Bryan. It can be that particular woman. And on top of that, it can also boil down to, it's not even limited to just sight. Dogs can form what's called search image formation with their olfactory sensory capability. When I trained detection dogs for many years for both explosive and drug detection, we would take a ball and we would scent that ball with the smell of Petin, RDN, RDX, TNT, black powder, smokeless powder, C4, you name it. And then also marijuana at that time, methamphetamines. We would do it with crack cocaine, PCP. And the dog would then form that image in his head from scent alone. So the ball smelled like this chemical that the animal needed to be able to detect. So in his brain, he is looking for a ball, but he's looking for a ball that only has a particular scent. And again, that's because search image formation allows the animal to do this. And this is an adaptive response to being able to stay alive on the planet Earth, especially if you're out in the wild. I have to know the difference between swaying grass at 100 feet in the ears of a rabbit. I have to know the difference between antlers at 100 yards versus tree branches, because again, life is an exchange of energy for more energy. So I don't want to go stalking that, sneaking up on that, expending energy if I don't need to. I also don't want to get killed. So I need to be able to tell the difference between a mound of dirt or a mound of straw, or is that a human being in an old military ghillie suit left over from my military days. They've got to be able to tell that difference. So what does all this mean for you? It means that so many times clients tell me, I got caught off guard. I never saw it coming. I was simply walking my dog, and next thing you know, out of nowhere, my dog suddenly lunges and attacks. Well, no, it never happens out of nowhere unless it does you round the corner, like I talked in yesterday's videos, where you step out of an elevator, you step into a hallway, you round a corner. Yes, it is right there. That danger is immediately in your critical zone. But outside of those conditions there, the animal knows long in advance. Long in advance. So now it just becomes a matter of what do you look for? What signs do you need to pick up on your dog? What kind of search image formation do you need to develop? Is it a wagging tail? Well, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Is it ears up or ears down? Is your dog walking stiffly now, not relaxed? Is it hackles coming up on their back? Is the tail starting to drop lower? Is the dog looking left and right for possible escape routes? All of these will start to tell you not only A, your dog has picked up something, maybe you haven't detected it. Maybe you look up ahead and you just say, well, it just looks like a nice couple walking this way. But not to your dog. So nevertheless, you don't get to cast judgment at that time. You just prepare. You prepare to deactivate your dog because your dog is preparing to either employ the dove strategy or the hawk strategy. So you really, outside those really, jack out of the box type situations, the door opens, the elevator door, whatever, outside of those, you should not be caught off guard. You should be in the game. I've talked about that before. This is training right now. Watch your dog. Everyone that's approaching you is a possible threat to your dog. Every dog approaching your dog is a possible threat to your dog. Watch your dog. And I'm going to be teaching you over the next couple of days those visual signals that you need to be on guard for so you're not caught off guard, because they're not. So I just want to put that out here today. These are incredible animals. They were given the abilities to do that. Dogs have more rods in their eyes than cones, able to detect movement at low light, but not able to watch TV at the same sense that we're able to watch TV, not able to discern things in bright light and background light that we can do. Their capabilities are just a little bit different than ours. Their hearing, their sense of smell, the ability to catalog smells, catalog certain sounds, all of these are so that I can hunt and provide for me and my family, but I can also protect me and my family. And your dog inherited those traits, albeit not as great as those of a wolf, but nevertheless, some of those traits, some of those physical abilities, and the instinct to want to do the exact same thing. Save itself. If it has offspring, save its offspring and provide for itself. So keep that in your mind. Search image formation. It's there, and it's your early warning system so that you can be prepared and never get caught off guard. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to, well, I don't know, maybe I'll wear this around for the rest of the day. I bet you I'll get a lot of Kira's back there shaking her head going, no, you're not, no, you're not. Hey, imagine the looks I would get now out there taking my dog for a walk, all these people wearing masks and everything. Heck, I'll just put on the old ghillie suit, throw some twigs in here, and see what kind of response I get. I think probably the only thing that's going to happen is I let Kira wear this one time, just real funny, real quick. She put it on, she curled up into a ball, and at that time we had a big Doberman named Moses. He went over, smelled it, and then peed on it. So that's probably what happened. I just get a lot of dogs scent posting right on my body here as I'm a big bush. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe out there, people. Make sure you share this information if you found it beneficial. And also, as always, just if you enjoyed it, let everyone else know. I don't know what else to say. Hey, today's day 70, by the way, day 70. So we're cranking them out here. This rest of this week, we're still going to spend some time on reactive dogs. Got a lot of ground to cover. And then after that, we're out to answering a lot of questions and just digging up really good information for you guys to be able to tuck away. Enjoy the rest of your day.